We will continue our discussion on mathematical induction. Here is our next case study, which is coin change problem. Given an integer x and two denominations, namely rupee 4 and rupee 7, we wish to know, can we give change for x using these denominations? You are given plenty of rupee 4 and rupee 7, so that we need not worry about. So we have sufficient number of 4 and 7 coins. We wish to know, can we give change for x, and if so, from what value of x one can give change using 4 and 7. And as always, let's experiment with couple of base values for x and see whether we see a pattern, meaning starting from say 20 it works, then one can attempt a proof by mathematical induction. So often for some case studies, getting the right base case itself is a challenge. For example, here is this case study, and when x is 1, 2, 3, then the change is not possible. When x is 4, yes, change is possible, one can give one 4 rupee coin. When x is 5, 6, no. When x is 7, you can give one 7 rupee coin. 8 is yes, you can give two 4 rupee coins. And 9, 10 is no. 11 you can give. So like this, some of them are yes, some of them are no. For example, 16 is yes, 17 is no. And if you pay attention from this until this, it turns out that for some it is yes, for some it is not. See, because it works for 4, a natural assumption is probably one can attempt an inductive proof with 4 as the base case. But if you do so and attempt an inductive step for k plus 1 equals 5, and we see that we will not be able to complete the proof, which means our choice of base case, meaning x is 4, is not right. Similarly, you go down and you see that for x is equal to 7 and 8 it works, and thinking that it will work for all x starting from 7, but we see that it doesn't work for, the proof doesn't work for 9. And so now again 11 and 12 it works, you attempt a proof and see that for 13 you are stuck. So but we need x such that starting from that x it works for all. Only then we would be able to complete the proof using induction. Okay, so now you see that there is a pattern at least until 20. Now for 21, I give 3 7 rupee coins and there are no 4, and x is equal to 22, I give 2 7 rupee coin and 2 4 rupee coin. Okay, and x is equal to 23, it is 1 7 rupee coin and 4 rupee this. So now x is equal to 24, I am not using any 7, but I am giving using 4. So 6 4 rupee coins I am using. So x is equal to 25, so I am using 3 7 plus 1 4. So x is equal to 25, I am using 2 7 rupee plus 3 this. Okay, so yeah, now with this we see that there is a pattern, it works for all of this. Okay. Now let's attempt a proof. So now base case is x is equal to 18. And here is the split up. Change for x is equal to 18 you give using 2 7 rupee coins and 1 4 rupee coins. Okay. Now hypothesis. Assume for x greater than or equal to 18 change is possible with rupee 4 and rupee 7. Now let's get into the induction step. See, we are working with 7 and 4, so which means in some form you are giving the change. In some places you will not use 7 at all, which is 0 into 7, and in some places you will not use 4 at all. So, but we are in some places you use both. For example, 2 times 7 and 2 times 4. Now, by seeing this, can we observe some pattern and can we use that to complete the proof? Okay. Now, we need to give change for x plus 1 comma x is this, and using the fact that change for x can be given, we know change for x can be given. How do we give a change for x plus 1? By using the fact that change for x is possible. Using this fact, how do we give change for 21? Using this, how do we give change for 22? Using this, how do we give change for 23, and so on. Okay. So listen carefully. If you observe this, you are using 7, at least 1 7, at least 1 7. At this place, no. When you are not using 7, we are using at least 5 4s. Okay, because at this place 20 comes, so at least 5 4s. Then you start using 7, at least 1, at least 1, at least 1. The moment you are not using 7, you see that you see at least 5 4s. Correct? Okay. Now, x contains at least 1 7. Now, if x contains at least 1 7, how do you give change for x plus 1? You remove 1 7 from this. That 7 plus 1 is 8. So add 2 4s here. So I've removed 1 7 and added 2 more 4s. So 1 plus 2, 3. So from 18 to go to 19, remove 1 7, and 19 can be seen as 18 plus 1. So you have removed 1 7 and take this one, which is 7 plus 1, 8. 8 you can substitute using 2 4s. Again you have 1 7, remove that, it becomes 0. Then add 2 4s, 3 becomes 5. And now from this, how do we move? You have 5 4s, you remove all of them, which is 20. 20 plus 1, 21. That 21 can be given using 3 7s. Correct? Okay. So case 1. So we have 2 phases to complete this argument. Case 1. There exist at least 1 rupee 7, and where in change of x. When I say change of x, when we give change for x, we add at least 1 rupee 7. Okay. If you look at the change of x, you find at least 1 7. Fine. Now, remove one R7 and add 2 R4. This implies that this will be the change this is the change for x plus 1. We know that change for x is possible. By induction hypothesis, change for x exists. Now I am asking, case 1, if it contains at least one R7, you remove that 7 and in place of 7 you add 2 4 rupee coins. So which means 7 plus 1, 8 you have added. That's precisely the change for x plus 1. Fine. What is the other case? Other case, I don't find at least 1 7. For example, in all this you find, but you don't find here. When you don't find this and n is 18, but when you come over here n becomes 20, which means you find at least 5 4. Look at this pattern, at least 1 7, at least 1 7, at least 1 7. When I don't find this, you find at least 5 4s. So there exist at least 5 rupee 4 in change of x. Correct? Now what do we do? Remove 5 R4, add 20 plus 1, which is 21, add 3 R7. So I have removed 5 4s and added 3 7, which means this would be the change for x plus 1. Therefore, this claim, so for all x greater than or equal to 18, change of x exists. That's our claim. So starting from 18, change of x exists, and here is a proof. Identifying the right base case was a challenge, so we have experimented. Not just that, we also got a pattern. Pattern meaning we were able to see at least 1 7. After a while, when there are no 7s, it is seen that there are at least 5 4s. And then you see that at least 1. Similarly, when there is no 7, you see that at least 5 4s are there. That's all. I just use these two itself as part of my case analysis. Base case, it works for 18, and assuming 18, and we run the proof for x plus 1. So we know that change for x exists. Now if you look at the change for x exists because of the hypothesis. Look at the change for x. Case 1, the change for x consists of at least one R7, one 7 rupee coin. You remove that and add 2 R4, that would be the change for this. So you have removed 1 7 and this additional 1, together you get 8, you place 2 4s. You don't find 7 and you see that at least 5 4 rupee coins are there, which is 20. So 20 plus 1 is 21. So remove 5 and add 3 7. That completes the proof. With this you can conclude for all x greater than or equal to 18, change exists. So problem like this, one has to carefully identify the base case and also observe a pattern by looking at a couple of sample values. And this is an interesting case study, and the way induction is applied varies from problem to problem. if you see the problems that we have discussed so far, although induction says there are three components, but the way it is applied, how to find base case and how to bring in hypothesis as part of the induction step, that is quite challenging. The way we brought in induction hypothesis as part of this is different from the way we brought in as part of the L-shaped triomino problem, and the way we brought in as part of the inequality of plus 1 by 4 so on up to 1 by 2 power n is strictly less than 1. And so one has to be careful, and it requires practice. If you practice, things will fall in place. And experiment. If you experiment with couple of examples and case studies, you can see a pattern, and the way induction is applied and the way induction hypothesis is brought in as part of the induction step, all that one can appreciate. Such a powerful technique, the way it is used as part of proving, for example, we have seen one case study which is an inequality, and we have seen one case study something like the sum of first n natural numbers, and we have seen case studies like this which are very different from the usual examples, but still one can apply induction and complete the proof. So look at assignments, look at problem sessions and tutorials. You will see more examples of this time.